Okay, so we're back with another little discussion here. So it's been a few days, and I've had to just do a little quick video to give my 2 cents about this whole situation, about this whole Microsoft buying Activision Blizzard. Wow. At first I wasn't sure what the hell was going on. It's a huge purchase of, what is it, almost close to $70 billion. I mean, if you want someone to make the acquisition, I mean, who else is going to do that other than a $1 trillion company like Microsoft? I doubt Apple would have actually made any sort of leeway. Google couldn't have done it, or Alphabet, like I said. But I mean, they tried with Stadia. They haven't pushed gaming too much. I mean, but if anyone's going to do it, I guess it's Microsoft. But what my concern is, I've got some good points. I mean, great, Microsoft, you're adding all this now into the whole Game Pass service. Most people are subscribing to the service. Basically what Netflix is doing, buying out studios, buying shows, putting more content basically for a subscription service. And the more people you get to join in to Game Pass, the better, I guess. The more subscribers paying £11 a month or $15 a month for the Ultimate Game Pass and stuff, because that's just the cash cow, and that's going to keep generating that repeat income that they wanted. So that's great for them. Hopefully, it's going to take a long time for them to recoup what they've spent, but I mean, I guess they'll do it. And obviously, they've got all these studios at their disposal now to, and they can make things like, say, for example, Call of Duty. Rather than the DLC coming to PlayStation, it's going to go to Microsoft. They even could just put an exclusive sort of thing where anything, like all the Activision stuff, all the Blizzard stuff, it's exclusive to the Xbox platform. So I mean, they could just fuck over Sony, and I've seen it happen now as well. I'm a Sony fanboy. I'll give you that. I'll give Microsoft huge credit to what they've done. Ever since the very beginning, they had that whole clusterfuck about, hey, Xbox, you can watch shows. At least they've actually are doing something different, and they are going towards gaming. They're focusing on gaming. They've listened to the uproar, what people have said. People have said, what the fuck are you doing? This is a gaming console. It should be about gaming, not about TV shows and all this sort of bullshit. But so they've done they've done a 180. They've gone in the right direction now, and they are pushing gaming, being gamer friendly, the whole backwards compatibility sort of thing as well. Just playing on multiple devices. You purchase it on one account, you can get it on multiple accounts. You can you can have it in your PC and your Xbox console as well. So, which is good. Game Pass is great. Don't get me wrong. Game Pass. I mean, I work in the video game retail industry, and I know exactly how this is. I mean, I've seen it from the very beginning. I mean, my stock is, I've got more physical Sony products than Xbox. That's Xbox One. So I'm not saying 360 or anything like that, but I'm saying there's more physical discs, Sony PS4 discs, than Xbox One discs, and there's always been the case. I mean, I would say that inventory wise, you've got 2 cabinets full of Sony games, and I've got maybe half a cabinet full, half of one cabinet full of Xbox games, and that's basically been the gist of what's going on. And because the reason being is because I saw the writing on the wall. There's more people that had the console than the Sony. The PS4 did way better than the Xbox One to begin with. But not just that as well. Xbox have been pushing Game Pass, and more people are buying games digitally. They're not buying physical games anymore. I mean, I'm a big champion of physical media. Being someone who's in this industry, I'll always say physical media is the best thing to do, because you physically own the 1.0 version of the game, and it's physically on disc. And I don't believe in DLC at any point. Online games, I'm not spending a fortune buying anything that's digitally, because you buy that thing, like you go out, you spend £50, £60, £70, some crazy prices that you spend on these digital games, and you're gonna play it. You have your fun buying the game, you play whatever, and then you're done with it. There's no resellable value. There's no value in the content that you bought, because it's like a coupon. On the back of every coupon, it says this coupon worth is 0.01 pence or something. It's got no monetary value. It's just a coupon. The same as this online content. It's got no physical. It has like what we can say NFT wise, it has some monetary value. But then at the end of the day, when the service goes down, when the service is shut down and the game's no longer supported, I mean, look at games that have come out and they've just died. They're no longer being supported. Anthem, you had high hopes. I mean, it looked amazing to begin with, but that flopped. Cyberpunk, all this sort of stuff. You know, you buy this game digitally, you get refund. I mean, on that game, but then you physically don't have the game, and when the servers get shut down, how are you going to be able to play that game if it's an online game? You're fucked. You are basically fucked. So, like I said, I'm always a big champion of having the physical version of the disc. So Game Pass is great. So you're spending a small amount, not a huge amount. You're spending a small amount every month, and you get to play all these games, and you get the access all these first party titles at day one without you having to pay for it. So basically, GameFly, your whole Blockbuster thing online, you're getting it without having like to go out there and buying these games, because games aren't cheap. You can quite easily spend all this money buying a game, and if the game flops, what are you going to do with it? If it's a factory sealed game, you've opened the seal, that retailer isn't going to take it back because you've now opened the game, you've used the content, and you're done with it. Whereas Game Pass, you're spending a small amount of money, you get to play the game, perfect. If you don't like it, fuck it. You haven't lost anything, you've just part of the subscription service, which is great. But I'm saying right now, it seems like Microsoft is all this whole sort of thing, you know, Phil Spencer, Lord and Savior, but Angel, or should I say devil, I mean, who knows, because it creates a monopoly. They bought a big studio, bought a big acquisition, you know, Cinemax, Bethesda, that was big. This is huge. It's called ripples in everywhere. I mean, I'm seeing Sony stock prices falling, I'm seeing all these game studios, all their share prices fallen and taking some sort of hit because of this news and how this behemoth acquisition has taken place. I mean, I'm surprised that no one came into the fray and said, hey, this is wrong, we should stop this, but I'm saying antitrust, you know, who knows, man, because they had that whole Windows situation with what happened like ages ago, you know, everyone was using Windows, and the government was like, well, you've got all this monopoly, and then obviously Apple's coming. Apple's got a huge market share now, but even bigger than Microsoft, but still, you can't have one person with all the power. You know, you can't have Microsoft with all this power, and they have this power in the gaming sphere. I mean, it's crazy, it's scary. I mean, even like you've got like China's clamping down with Tencent, huge market share, huge company, but even the government saying, you know, this ain't right. You can't have, you know, limit gaming. It's not good for the economy. This and this and this happened, and obviously Tencent, you know, still have big investments in the West and big investments overseas with gaming and stuff. But obviously they didn't move into the acquisition. They understand that, you know, things are changing and they have to abide with their government. Whereas this now, Microsoft has bought such a big studio, such a big acquisition. The government hasn't stopped it. They've just let it go along. I mean, I'm surprised anyone didn't lobby against it. But what's done is done. It's happened, and I have mixed feelings. I'm happy about what Xbox is doing. On the other case, I'm a bit scared. You know, what's gaming going to look like? Is everything going to be exclusive to Xbox? It's I mean, I'm a Sony guy. It's what's Sony going to do now? I mean, Sony, they're trying to make their own streaming service now. I mean, they tried PlayStation now, but fucking hell, Sony, you fucking do so many fucking things. You released the PS Vita, and you didn't fucking support it. You could quite easily have pushed that, but they don't push it. They release so many good fucking things, and they don't fucking put their eggs in that basket. You spent all that money, R&D, you put a device out there, you know, it's a great device, fucking push it. Everyone's buying a PS Vita right now just by fucking emulation. What the fuck are you people doing? You know, put those resources into it and support those devices. You know, you cut off like things like, I mean, what you did before, great. You know, the whole PlayStation, you know, Sony PS3 online, you know, it's free. That was awesome. You got everyone to join on that thing, you know. Then fair enough, you got PlayStation Plus as well, but people were happy paying that as well. PS4 was great, you know, great. PS5 backwards compatible. I hate the design of the PS5. Fucking looks like Kyber fucking with his hood up. But what can you do? It's what's done is done. The console's great, but then you're not supporting it. Everyone that I know who's got a PS5 goes on and just plays PS4 games on it. I mean, all you're doing right now is fucking releasing games like fucking, you know, Ghost of Tsushima, you know, remastered, or The Last of Us remastered, Uncharted remastered. Fuck Sony, what the fuck? New IPs, man, come on, change it up, because slowly I'm gonna see Sony, you know, they're gonna get complacent. You get lazy, and what happens? You get overtaken, and Microsoft are making big moves, and they will fuck you over. You know, PS5 still high demand compared over to the Xbox One, but Xbox, man, these guys are fucking going in hard. And I don't know what else to say. I mean, that's enough. I've been talking enough. It's almost 10 minutes now. And what do you think? This has been my 2 cents about the whole situation. Anyway, this has been Ace, and as always, like, subscribe. Ace out.